what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a perpendicular bisector, and I just wanna start off by really talking about like what a bisector is. So a bisector is a line that cuts another line in half, create 90-degree angles, and when it cuts it in half, it means that these two parts, once it's cut in half, are gonna be congruent or the same length. So what we do for a perpendicular bisector, it's gonna look something like this. I'm gonna erase it in a second, but eventually your line's gonna look something like that. Why? Because those two sides are congruent. So let me erase this really quickly and do the actual construction. So what we do is we start off, we just wanna cut it in half. We don't wanna make another line, so we don't need to create anything on the outside. Start off by putting your window on the point, and you wanna open up your slider so it's more than halfway. So remember that we want it to be cut in half. So when you are making your arcs at the top and bottom, it legitimately needs to be at the top and bottom and make it go across. If you don't make it go across enough, it's not gonna cross when you move it to the other side. So we started at point X. I used X and Y because it's not always gonna be A and B. So use whatever letters you're comfortable with. And what you do is you just take this and move it to the other side. Don't change the slider, nothing, just move it to the other side. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna do it again. Make a cross at the top and one at the bottom. And then when you create your 2 points right here and you connect your line, then you should notice that this segment and this segment are congruent, which means they're the same. And this right here, we call this our midpoint because it's in the middle. And now you've made a perpendicular bisector, and you should notice that you now have two right angles.